It's the 10 o'clock news on KTVU Fox 2.
On tonight's business segment, we will discuss El Corte Inglés, its history, its business model, and much more.
Crea tu primavera.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's success story. Over the past 80 years, El Corte Inglés has displayed its commitment to customer service and constant interest in adapting to the needs and tastes of society. Present in every major Spanish city, El Corte is the only remaining department store group in Spain and has become a staple of Spanish life. Guarantee, quality, specialization, and a continued commitment to innovation have made the El Corte Group a European department store leader and a benchmark in Spanish distribution. The company is focused on strengthening its commitment to innovation and technology with new initiatives, partnerships, business lines, and services. Here are a few statistics. Their turnover, or gross revenue, comes in at just below $16 million. The group employs 90,004 people, while they receive over 700 million visits from customers each year. The El Corte Group is extremely committed to their customers. They use 5 factors to ensure strongest commitment. Let's go ahead and take a look. The first, they have choice. They have a wide variety and innovative selection of products. Second, El Corte uses specialization to ensure commitment to their customers. Thirdly, El Corte values quality. They work to achieve quality in every area of activity. Fourth, El Corte values service. Personalized attention and dedication to service helps to differentiate them from other competitors. Fifth, there's a guarantee commitment, which includes all of the above. They guarantee the products and services included above and build a relationship of trust with their customers through these qualities. After that brief introduction of who El Corte Inglés is today, let's go back in time to figure out how they got here. El Corte Inglés is a Spanish business success story that began nearly 8 decades ago. In 1935, Roman Orestes Rodriguez, along with his uncle Caesar, bought a tailor shop that was originally founded in 1890. The shop was named El Corte Inglés. The original shop was located in Madrid between Calle Preciados, Calle Carmen, and Calle Rompelanzas. In 1935, the business was doing well enough to expand. They acquired the area at Calle Preciados Tres, taking ownership of the ground floor, first floor, and a portion of the second floor for sales. In June 1940, Roman Orestes legally established the El Corte Inglés Company. His uncle Caesar was his partner and chairman of the company. By 1946, the first renovation of the building was complete. It resulted in a total sales area of 2,000 meters squared that was distributed over 5 floors. It was here they were able to start selling by departments. The next door building, Calle Preciados Cinco, was then incorporated. As time passed, expansions and modifications were made in order to meet the demands of society. The 60s was a key decade for El Corte Inglés. The company began to expand across the country with the opening of stores in Barcelona, Sevilla, and Bilbao, and many others. Marked by the diversification of its business, which started to adopt positions in other business areas, the El Corte Group was steadily growing until the mid-90s. On July 30th, 1989, Ramon Orestes passed away. Prior to his death, Orestes trains Isidora Alvarez for chairmanship. Alvarez had originally held the position of managing director, so he was familiar with the company. The Alvarez years were characterized by strong growth, business expansion, and many important milestones. It was during this time they acquired the Galerías Preciados and Marks & Spencer, as well as landing of stores in Portugal. I'll now pass it over to Ali, who will discuss the specifics of the El Corte Inglés Group as well as what they sell.
So now we're going to dive into the El Cortes Group in terms of their sectors and their groups and kind of what they're selling. So the distribution business is really the foundation on which El Corte Inglés Group was built. So in addition to the El Corte Inglés department stores, they also have the Hypercore hypermarkets, the Supercore supermarket chain, the fashion brand Sfera, and the Brycore DIY outlets. So the El Corte Inglés department store, as we've talked about previously, is really just a world leader in department stores. They incorporate their innovation into all different types of areas that they have, like fashion and decoration, technology, sports, food, things all along this line, culture, entertainment. And this, coupled with their quality and guarantee for commitments, make it possible to satisfy different tastes among their consumers. So first is Supercore and Supercore Express, Supercore Stop and Go. These stores are built for quick and agile purchasing of basic foods, household items, perfumes, things like that. Sephora is built on the foundation of constant renewal and variety and quality at the best prices. These are fashion collections that are inspired by all the latest trends, and they were created as a chain of stores that are specializing in fashion and accessories, and with a wide range of clothing for men, women, children, presented in lines for formal wear, sports, weekending, leisure activities, things along those lines. And then Briarcore is a chain for, hardware or DIY items, interior decoration, and, garden and household tools. And they have this concept of we'll do it for you, and it has really been strengthened, that complements that DIY mindset. So next we're actually going to go into the sectors, and the sectors that we're looking at are El Corte Inglés Informática, the El Corte Inglés Seguros, and Viajes El Corte Inglés. So first is the Information and Communications Technology Group, and this consultancy has adapted to business and digital transformation. It's the El Corte Inglés group that has specialized in the integration of solution and services. It's a technological consultancy tailored to this digital transformation, and it has really based its growth on the evolution of services over time and how to integrate those different e-business systems and solutions. Next is the insurance group, and they have the broadest coverage in very competitive economic conditions. They offer the widest range of insurance and services for individuals and for companies. It was created to meet the needs of customers by offering just a wide range of comprehensive insurance products and services. This group operates in both the Spanish and Portuguese insurance markets through two companies that they have, which is Centro de Seguros y Servicios, which is the insurance brokerage, and then the Seguros El Corte Inglés. Sorry, my Spanish is pretty bad. And this is just the insurance company operation in the life and accident insurance sectors. That is the pension fund. And overall, in past 2 years, they've created a turnover of 199.5 million euros. And over previous years, they've seen an increase of about 10.6%. And then lastly is the Viajes El Corte Inglés group, which they are a Spanish leader in travel agencies. Established in 1969, it now has more than 500 different offices, national and international, and their management model is based on personalized attention, which is capable of satisfying the needs of each consumer and customer, whether this is for professional or leisure trips, planning for conventions or business incentive trips, things like that. And they have teams of professionals that are giving advice and organizing these trips for each consumer. So now I'm going to pass it off to Lily to talk about El Corte's promotional strategies and much more.
Promotion includes advertising, public relations, and promotional strategy. This ties into the 3 P's of the marketing mix, as promoting a product shows consumers why they need it and why they should spend a certain amount of money on it. Today I would like to highlight 2 promotional strategies that I believe Corte Inglés promotes very well within their stores and to their customers. The first being for residents of Spain. The El Corte Inglés card is an incredible promotional strategy for residents of Spain. You can use the card to obtain customized financing products and other benefits. Furthermore, it offers the security of directly accessing payments without the need for a middleman. There are many benefits that come with the card, including installment payments when purchasing something from El Corte, free parking in customer centers. You receive 4% back on payments at certain partner stores such as Repsol, Campsa, Petrono, which you can use at your next purchase at El Corte. And you can enjoy exclusive promotions for cardholders. For example, private sales. For non-residents of Spain, aka someone like me, They offer a 10% reward card. This card is activated upon your first purchase and can be redeemed on a subsequent purchase as a 10% reward in any El Corte store. Similarly, El Corte offers international shipping. You can easily ship your purchase to the destination of your choice. Deliveries within the European Union arrive at your preferred destination within 10 business days. Also, they advertise a tax refund. International clients from outside the European Union enjoy the tax refund of up to 15.7% of their purchases. That is one of the highest percentages globally. Something else I find unique is that El Corte Inglés offers day-to-day promotions, which can be found on their website. There are many items listed that are half off for a small amount of time. There's also an Enter to Win page under promotions. This is a fun way to engage customers and further promote their products. You can enter to win any of the available promotions, which vary from anything from movies to books to essential household items to food. They really have all sorts of promotions. The marketing director of El Corte Inglés was specifically concerned about the young teenage/millennial generation. And a quote that she said was, "El Corte Inglés must talk to millennials now because if it doesn't, it might cost a fortune to reach them later." That's why we are concerned about this generation. They don't generate sales immediately, but communicating to the teenager is cultivating the long term and building the brand. It is not possible to frame a brand based on promotions. Something that El Corte Inglés has specifically worked on in the past few years is targeting the millennial/teenage generation. In order to do this, in order to reach this age, El Corte has put younger salespersons in the fashion and clothes stores around 30 years old. So when a young person, such as myself, walks into a store and sees a young person as a salesperson in the fashion industry, I would be more willing to look at the certain fashion products they have, clothes, jewelries, accessories, that sort of thing. They've also reformed language towards millennials, especially on social media and especially on Instagram, in particular to reflect a more relaxed and more chilled store. Another unique thing El Corte has recently done is have events to attract this generation and share these events on social media. For example, when FIFA 17 came out, they had an official release party and invited many young people to attend and play the game. As a beloved and trusted news anchor on this program, I believe that it is my duty to share personal testaments as well as facts to back up my stories. So clearly I just talked about the promotional strategies that El Corte Inglés uses in order to attract customers. But a personal testament I have in my time in Spain, which was about 6 weeks, was the generosity and kindness that the El Corte Inglés staff has that I believe contributes to their promotional strategy in a positive way. Many people remember Will Bingham, our dear classmate, when he fell off a scooter and busted up his face. Lots of cuts and bruises, in case you don't remember. Well, at the El Corte pharmacy, he received many recommendations from a pharmacist there, and she told him exactly how he needed to clean his face, what he needed to do to prevent scarring, etc. And she also gifted many free face caring products such as free sunscreen, free gauze, and free alcohol pads. I believe that that is great promotional strategy right there, and that is how you reach people. Go El Corte.
Thank you for tuning in to KTVU for tonight's business segment. We hope you have a great night.